This person is making a very serious decision about you right now. You should listen closely because what I am about to say could be happening inside someone's mind quietly and secretly at this exact moment. You may not even realize that it is happening. There is someone out there who has been thinking about you far more deeply than they are ready to admit, even to themselves. You might feel distant from them or believe there is confusion and space between you. On the surface, everything may look silent and unclear. But what you may not see is that this person is standing at one of the most important emotional turning points of their life. The choice they are facing is not small, it is not light, and it is not something they are doing without deep thought. It is a serious decision about you. It is not only about your name, your conversations, or the memories you shared, but about you as a person and the place you hold in their life. You are someone who entered their world with real meaning and impact. They are looking deep within themselves and asking whether they should move closer or step away. They are wondering if they should choose you or stay safe inside their fears. They are asking themselves whether to hold on tightly or to let go. This is not a decision that can be rushed or ignored. It cannot be pushed aside because you are not just a small part of their story. You are a chapter they cannot close without understanding who they truly are. At this moment, this person is dealing with a quiet struggle inside. From the outside, they may seem completely normal. They might go to work, meet people, smile, and act as if everything is fine. They may even behave as though they do not care. But inside their thoughts, everything feels very different. Their mind keeps returning to you when they least expect it. Late at night or early in the morning, when everything is calm, they begin asking themselves difficult questions. They wonder if choosing you will change their entire future. They worry that if they do nothing, they may lose you forever. At the same time, they are afraid that if they do act, things might not work out. Many people do not understand that silence does not mean there are no feelings. Often, silence is simply a sign of fear. Some people hide their emotions because they are afraid of losing control. Some avoid love because they never learned how to feel safe in it. Their hesitation is not because they do not care about you, but because caring feels risky to them. There is an idea that your real purpose in life often exists where your fear is strongest. You represent something this person can no longer avoid. Their heart keeps pulling them toward you. It reminds them of how it felt to be understood and truly seen by you. They remember the calmness they felt with you in a world that often feels too fast and overwhelming. Their heart remembers who they were when you were close, but their mind keeps resisting those feelings. Their thoughts bring up past pain and old mistakes. It warns them to be careful and not to get hurt again. It makes them question whether they are strong enough or worthy enough for something like this. This is the tension they are living with right now, caught between hope and the need for safety. And you are right in the center of that conflict. Not everyone we meet leaves a lasting impact. Many people come and go as brief lessons or distractions, but with you, it went much deeper. You did not just attract them, you changed something within them. You reached their deeper emotions without forcing anything. You pushed them out of their comfort zone without being harsh. You showed them parts of themselves they had not yet explored. You awakened both their desire and their fear at the same time. That is why this decision feels so heavy. Choosing you means they have to grow, and growth often feels threatening. There is a belief that one of the most important things a person can do is become their true self. In a quiet way, you invited them to move toward that path. They felt it, even if they could not explain it in words. Around you, they felt more real and more honest. A connection like that does not simply disappear because communication stops. That is why they have not forgotten you. That is why your name still creates a feeling deep inside them. You were not just a passing moment in their life. You brought meaning. You gave them a sense of comfort and direction. When someone experiences that kind of connection, they are forced to reflect on who they are. There is a deep truth that if you do not become aware of your inner thoughts, they will continue to control your life without you realizing it. This person is now standing close to that realization. They are beginning to understand that doing nothing is also a decision. They know that if they remain silent for too long, they could lose you. They understand that someone else might recognize your value and move forward without hesitation. They realize that what they delayed appreciating might not always be there. At the same time, they are still dealing with their past. Old experiences still influence their thinking. This hesitation is not always about you. Often it is connected to what they went through before meeting you. They also carry a fear they may never express openly, which is the fear of not being enough for you. Deep feelings can make people feel uncertain, When something truly matters, the fear of losing it becomes stronger. They are asking themselves if they can be the person this connection requires. This decision is growing quietly within them. While they think about you, your own energy and self-respect are also important. Sometimes, the moment someone finally chooses you is the same moment you stop waiting for them. What you resist often stays with you, but what you accept can change you. Real change begins when you stop putting your life on pause because someone else is unsure. That is where your strength starts. While they are going in circles with their thoughts, something inside them is already changing. Once a person becomes aware of something, they cannot return to not knowing it. They keep replaying moments with you in their mind. They remember how you listened and how you allowed space without pressure. These memories return when they least expect them. Each time, they realize this connection was not random. They are beginning to see that you represent honesty and emotional depth. You reflect who they are and who they could become. Facing that kind of reflection is not easy for someone who is not ready. That is why they move back and forth. One moment, they feel ready to speak to you, and the next, they step away because distance feels safer. They may believe that time will solve everything, but time does not remove a connection like this. Instead, it makes it clearer. They notice how empty things feel without you. You changed something inside them, and that change cannot be undone. Now they are also thinking about responsibility. They are asking themselves if they can truly show up for you every day. They wonder if they can be emotionally open and protect this connection, instead of damaging it when fear appears. These are serious questions that require maturity. Choosing you means no more confusion or half-effort. They understand that you are not someone who accepts uncertainty. They know you are not meant for games or endless waiting. Choosing you means choosing honesty and consistency. This is often where people hesitate the most, because they truly care. They understand that being part of your life fully requires them to grow. Growth comes with discomfort, and they are standing right at that point. They can also sense that you are changing. Even if you say nothing, they feel a shift in your energy. You are no longer chasing or explaining yourself. You are more focused and steady within yourself. This creates uneasiness in them. When someone stops chasing, the other person loses a sense of control. When you stop waiting, the truth of the situation becomes clearer to them. They begin to understand that you are moving forward, and your worth does not depend on their decision. This brings a sense of urgency. They start imagining you moving on, or finding peace without them. That thought makes them realize how strongly they feel about you. At the same time, they begin to fear rejection. They worry about disappointing you or reopening old wounds. Sometimes people freeze because they think doing nothing is a safe choice. But staying still is not neutral. It is simply another way of avoiding the truth. And even in that avoidance, a decision is being made. Every day they do not choose courage. They are still moving in a direction, even if they do not fully see it yet. They are starting to feel the true cost of it. They carry a quiet sense of regret, along with a growing awareness that something meaningful is slipping away from their hands. Deep inside, they know that what they are pushing away is not ordinary. They are slowly understanding that no distraction, no temporary comfort can truly replace what they felt with you. Silence is not giving them peace the way they thought it would. Instead, it is only delaying what they need to face. They are beginning to realize that avoiding emotions does not make them disappear. It only makes them stronger over time. They are learning through this connection with you that a life built only on safety and control starts to feel empty when there is no real depth. The question is no longer whether they feel something for you. That part is already clear. The real question now is whether they have the courage to accept and honor that feeling. Your role in all of this is not to convince them or chase them. Your role is to stay true to yourself and remain aligned with your own path. You do not need to prove your worth to anyone. Your strength comes from choosing your own growth again and again. Whether they decide to come forward now or later does not change the most important thing, which is what is happening within you. When you choose yourself, you stop questioning your value. You stop trying to argue your place in someone's life. At that point, either they rise to meet you where you stand, or they step aside. And honestly, both outcomes move you forward. People who are willing to look within themselves are the ones who truly awaken. The pressure they feel right now is getting stronger, because this situation is no longer just about feelings. It is about identity. Choosing you means choosing a different way of living, a higher standard, and a deeper level of honesty. That can feel overwhelming. Some people are comfortable loving from a distance, It feels safer that way, but the reality of a true relationship requires presence, effort, and vulnerability. When a connection is as deep as yours, it asks for something real. This is often the moment when people start to pull away, create confusion, or even sabotage things without realizing it. They may give reasons about timing or logic, but underneath it all, it is fear. The truth is, they are afraid of failing at something that truly matters. You touch a part of them that is very real, and that makes them question themselves. They wonder if they can be everything you need. They question their ability to stay consistent, to be dependable, and to show up fully. Choosing you would mean they can no longer hide behind excuses. They would have to be seen completely, with all their flaws and truths. They would have to take responsibility for their actions in a way they may not be used to. For someone who has always protected themselves, this level of openness feels very intense. At the same time, they cannot ignore your strength. They see that you are not breaking without them. You are not chasing or begging for attention. You are standing in your own value, quietly but clearly, and that makes you impossible to ignore. They miss how they felt when they were with you. That feeling stays with them. When they meet others, they compare, even if they do not admit it. And no one seems to reach the same level. Real and genuine connections leave a deep mark, and that mark does not fade easily. They are realizing that avoiding you does not remove the feeling, it only hides it for a while. The idea that you might move on is becoming more real in their mind. They imagine you finding peace with someone who is sure about you, someone who does not hesitate. That thought brings a sharp sense of regret. They begin to wonder if their fear is making them lose something rare, something that may not come again. Their thoughts are becoming more direct now. They question whether they are letting a once-in-a-lifetime chance slip away because they were too afraid to act. Through your presence, you have shown them their own patterns. You have made them aware of how they run from things that matter. But you are not meant to stay stuck in uncertainty. Your responsibility is to build a life that feels right and fulfilling to you. As they sense that you are growing and evolving, they feel that they might lose access to you. This makes their decision more urgent. They can no longer stay in the middle. They feel that you are not available for confusion or games anymore. They either have to step forward with intention or step back completely. There is no stable middle ground anymore. Life itself begins to respond to this shift. Connections that are meant to grow will find a way, even through fear. Connections that are only meant to teach lessons will fade once growth stops. Right now, everything is building. Something will soon change in the real world. It could be a message, a decision, or a clear action. Until that moment comes, your job is to stay grounded in your worth. When you stop lowering your value or negotiating it, everything around you changes. People respond differently. Situations shift. The pressure is now on them, because life is asking them to choose. Their indecision is draining them. They feel tired of avoiding what they know is true. They are starting to understand that they have to face their fears if they want something real. You have become like a mirror for them, reflecting their truth back to them. They are questioning whether they are living in fear or living in honesty. They can feel that you are no longer waiting in the same way, and that makes time feel more limited. They understand that if they want you, they have to be real. At this point, they will either find the courage to step forward or remain where they are, but either way, the truth will come out. Meanwhile, you are taking back your peace. Love is not something you have to earn. It is something you allow into your life. When you are balanced within yourself, when you stop shrinking to fit others, everything becomes clearer. The outcome is getting closer. If they come forward, it will be with intention and clarity. If they walk away, it will be because they have reached their limit. Both paths bring you truth. You are no longer stuck in confusion. You are grounded in who you are. Silence is no longer just silence. It becomes an answer. Real love is about alignment. It is about being on the same page. If someone is truly meant for you, fear will not stop them forever. And if they do not choose you, it simply shows you the direction you need to go next. The most important choice has always been the one you made about yourself. As the energy between you both reaches this intense point, a new phase begins. The past starts to lose its hold on the present. This person is entering a deep stage of reflection. They are comparing the comfort of their current life with the possibility of a more meaningful life with you. They are starting to see that the walls they built for protection have also created loneliness. The silence they once used to feel safe now reflects their true desires back at them. They are realizing that every day they stay hidden is a day they miss the chance to be understood. This is where their inner conflict starts to show in real ways. They observe how you move through life with purpose and self-respect. It draws them in. It is no longer about deciding if you are right for them. They already feel that you are. Now they are questioning if they can become right for you. They think about whether they can let go of the older versions of themselves that were shaped by fear and past pain. They see that you have already done your healing work, and this creates a strong desire within them to grow as well. It is not about competing with you. It is about not wanting to fall behind while you continue moving forward. As this change continues, you may notice small signs of their return. It might be a simple message, a short interaction, or a shift in how they behave toward you. These are not random moments. They are testing themselves. They are trying to see if they can handle the emotions again. They are slowly stepping into vulnerability to check if it feels safe. During this time, your role remains the same. Stay in your peace. Stay in your strength. You do not need to reach out or make things easier for them. The distance between you is something they must cross on their own, and they will only do that when they truly understand your value. This phase is about the breaking down of ego. They are realizing they cannot control everything. They are learning that love requires trust and risk. They are moving away from overthinking and stepping into feeling. They are understanding that logic cannot solve something that belongs to the heart. The final decision is forming quietly within them. Soon, the pressure inside them will become too strong to ignore. The silence will break. Whether it leads to a new beginning or a clear ending, a breakthrough is coming, and you are ready for it, because you have already chosen yourself. Everything else is simply catching up to that decision.